Pack of enemies. Ghost? There's a ghost behind that one? Do some healing. Why must all my enemies be so strong? Also, I was supposed to start putting the weird light on. Might be. Oh, yeah. I was worried. That's a permanent change there. We may just never summon the dog again in this run. I probably shouldn't have taken it from the house. I was wondering if it was going to synergize with things, but no, it seems like it's anti-synergistic instead. I'm going to have to become the lich consistently, which means this is going to happen constantly anytime I summon it. So if I'm never going to summon it, I just don't get it at all in the first place. That's okay. It happens. Increase the armor of all enemies by 50 for 2 turns. Well, I'm not really going to be damaging the enemies for a couple turns, so I can totally do that. And will. Then I should probably barrier myself and then sack the necro worm. That'll do. Well, let's get a Fae out on the board. Their armor doesn't really matter. Why is protection in the base deck for this character if their armor doesn't matter at all? For minions? I'll suit your heal value every turn. I wish I could activate you more times than just this. The golem, maybe? Yeah, I guess if you're just using the golem. Well, speaking of, we'll probably summon the golem this turn, to be fair, though. Man, activate and sacking you doesn't feel good right now. Activate and sack the necro golem. Oh, wait. But its ethereal passive might not even have redirect. Let's find out. Yeah, its ethereal passive is not redirect, but it does increase our armor instead. And its activation will give us all barrier. Okay. And activate it at the end of the turn, giving us barrier. Cool. Protect is now available again. There's Lifebreaker for the heals that I'm looking for right now. Let's go Resurrected Fae. The Life Breather on you so that it can heal up. Nice. The enemies aren't even damaging this turn, so we can take some time to heal. Promote random minion. So you would have been promoting yourself in your own activations there. That would make sense. Let's, I guess, activate you for health, and then snacktivate you, which is where we activate them by snacking on them. I think it's lich time. Yeah, I think it's lich time. Unless I want to summon some things before I become the lich, like summon worm maybe. Sacrifice the living. I mean, I do want another AoE out on the board. Alright. Summon you. Become a necromancer. Good. That's a lot of damage you intend to use there, friend. That is 100. Just noting, That's, this is our third fight. That is 120 damage on the lowest end, just from that one enemy, up to 150 on the max end. Characters with block are probably pretty happy right now. Characters with barrier, not so much. Not so much, not at all, not really. Okay. Well, I can get infinite barrier if I really want to with just duping energy wave. In fact, I'm almost certainly just gonna do that. Or funeral fog. Funeral fog's actually a full block for us too. Okay. It's gonna hard cast funeral fog. Right, we block those first two because they go left to right, and then that hits us and that hits us, but it doesn't even break through our barrier. Dupe Power Steel has been the way that I've been going so far. I've been finding it pretty damn effective. That one's already going to be negated, so well, I can do it on this, I guess. Okay, I got 3 energy left. So I just want any of them that do damage. I guess I can Eerie Gaze. You. Hellraise. Hellraise. Oh, okay, well, fine. After I do all of that to account for you, and there we go. Never mind. They don't even get the hit off in the first place. Arcane Shield. Create 10 barrier for every minion currently in combat. That seems pretty good. Acid Saliva. Each hit from the minion permanently reduces the enemy's armor by 5. That's effectively doubling the impact of a lich. Not lich. Worm. Death Mask. Mark an enemy for 5 turns. Permanently reduces armor by 20 for each hit it suffers when marked. Permanently by 20. Shit. This one? This one though? This one? That is a lot of armor reduction. Like, a boss being given Death Mask will probably lose like 100, 120, 140 armor before the end of it. Is it better than not having it? I love the question. I really do. The problem is I don't know enough about this character yet to know whether or not it's better than not having it. The thing that I'm looking at for this character right now is my damage is garbage until I do lich things. And yeah, no, that can totally be my deck. I can try and just do lich things as quickly as possible. Defend myself until I get an animated Fae out on the board. Try and use activations on it after I've sacrificed it to try and get myself all the way up to lichdom as soon as I possibly can. And then just blow up the enemies with lich spells. The thing is, the lich spell toolkit is very, very wide, but I don't know if it's going to account for all of the challenges that I'm going to face. For instance, AoE in it isn't actually that good. I can dupe 1 AoE card, but that's about it. So when I try and think about how am I going to scale my my damage, Death Mask looks pretty good. I also have a Worm out on board that is hitting 3 times a turn, activating Death Mask pretty happily and easily. I'll take it. At the start of every combat, create 1 ethereal copy of your first summoned minion. Metamorphoses or sacrifices grant you an additional runestone charge. Runestone charge? When it says runestone charge, it's talking about our ult, right? And then energy return after the first sacrifice performed in the turn, draw 3 additional cards. Wait, after the first sacrifice performed in a turn. Every turn. That would have even been kind of reasonable, not incredible, but kind of reasonable if it said do it the first time each combat. But it doesn't say that, does it? Hey, bud.
Here, take a look at what I found here. Can't reach it, though. You know, having no physical body and so on.
Got 10 weird stones. That's fine. No. Give me something actually usable in the run, not just meta progression stuff. Otherwise, it feels bad. Okay, and we're turning the light back on, but we'll do that as soon as we go up to the enemies. Elderly Archer. I don't know if I've talked to the Elderly Archer yet. Okay, Tainted Force is just 1 billion damage. Okay, Life Breaker. I like it. I like it. Activating it 2 times before sacrificing didn't really make too much sense, though. Ritual last activation. I mean, like, I actually, this is dumb. I just activate you so that I can draw. There we go. All right, now we'll use other minions instead. Resurrected Fae. If I want you to last longer, I would promote you before anything, but instead I think I am just going to go for the sack stuff. Let's ritual you for a heal, and then snack you. I should have done that in the opposite order, actually. Sorry, snacktually. We're just chomping on tasty little morsels over the course of this run. That's all that's really going to happen. I need you to know and be aware of that. We don't sacrifice, we snackrifice. Death Mask. I mean, it's damage. You got 1 activate, another activate. Let's summon you at level 5. Let's activate you. I can take some damage this turn. I think I don't barrier myself. I think I just use the Fae to heal up. That's how we do. We can activate a minion 2 times and sacrifice it. Getting ourselves into Lichdom. We've also got 4 energy for this turn. Get well, as much damage as I possibly can out on the board just against that target. Actually, this target might even just collapse under its own weight. Let's have a look. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Only just. So close. Was so damn close, and yet so far. Let's resurrect a ghoul. Activate minion, activate minion, activate minion. All right, well, activate minion, activate minion, activate minion. I'ma be a lich again. Yeah. I think we will actually do Amphard's version of this deck. I think we are actually just going to be a lich the entire time. Remove cards from the deck that will make it more consistent for me to be able to do this. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Tier. Wow, okay. We're 1 away on 2 different polished gems. Hey, bud.
Oh, I feel like I've seen you before. Didn't we meet somewhere? Maybe in Tintagel. Come, join me. Warm yourself by the fire.
Your eyes are drawn to the man's legs. They are rooted into the ground and somehow connected to the flame.
Can I help with your conflagration? Sorry, condition.
My condition? Ah, it's not a condition. It's a curse. And well deserved at that. Punishment for being a coward.
The moment he says these words, the flame gets brighter. His face twists in pain, but he makes no sound. It's as if the fire were burning him up from the inside. You try to ask him something, but there's no response. You contemplate the nature of his punishment. Somehow it's all linked to the flame. Who might be able to tell you what's happening here? Then you realize, maybe the candle maker in your village could know something about the nature of this weird flame.
Let's sit by the fire. We can wish to forget to remove a card from the deck, which is almost certainly where we go with that. Wish for removal. Sorry, wish for taking a card out of the deck. Sorry, the next one, I just keep getting caught. Wish for brevity in terms of deck size. Should the deck size be written out as a series of strings? God damn it! I can't get over it. I guess we don't have to click the option and just move. Straight up barrier cards feel bad right now. I could resurrect a normal Fae and resurrect a Golem Worm. Worm's probably the hardest one here for me to resurrect. Cutting the chaff from the wheat of this deck right now is going to be pretty good. Is protection worse than barrier? Yeah, first name, surname. Yeah, I think it actually may well be. For us. Get out of here. This is not how we're playing. Man, I almost always pick the level. Am I doing it wrong? No. I have playstyle and finding your fun matters, and I just love thin decks. I just love them. I just really deeply too. And I find simplifying the surface of a deck down to some core functions that can perform what I need over the course of a game makes me much more capable of piloting that deck better. Because these kind of like extra errant considerations are kind of taken out. And it simplifies a lot of the surface of play. But yeah, that may not be how you play. You could fill a tool belt with a bunch of different things and then run and use them as needed. Just play styles. Just play styles. Tainted Force, reduce the armor of all enemies by 25 in declared combat, or draw 2 more cards next turn. Probably going to Snackrifice here to open. So let's Snackrifice first. Resurrected Worm and a Resurrected Golem. I'll say it's probably just a Tainted Abomination for the amount of damage that'll deal to the Forest Sentinel here. Get you out on the board, and then I'm feeling a spicy Life Breather on him. We'll actually throw out the Tainted Force first, and then Life Breather. Okay. Yeah. And that's why I was feeling it last turn. You see the thing that just did? Tao says I'm definitely more of a tool belt player. I have trouble keeping my deck small, though in TG I tend much towards engine building than in other deck builders. Yeah, I suspect I know the reason. I think it's because engine building in this game is, they give you a lot of removal options. A lot of those removal options are quite dense. A lot of the value is packed into passives. A lot of the cards don't necessarily need too many other things, once paired with passives, to work particularly well. And especially as you go through up through the difficulty levels and the enemies are scaling their damage. We're only on 5 right now, and they go past 20. As the enemies scale their damage up into, your first fight has 100 damage or something like that a turn, you get to the point where an engine feels required. For me, that's pretty comfy. I won't speak for everyone. The ethereal form activation is the only one that grants us an ultimate charge. Snack you. Ultimate charge, ultimate charge. No, I'm one short! Oh, why matter? I didn't think about it. That's my bad. That's what I deserve. All right. Necro. Perfect. I mean, do I really need to do too much here? Let's duplicate a pass steal. Yeah, and then just look at all of my minions wanting to do infinite damage. I'm just gonna end my turn and let them do what they want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Crack calc. The rune is crack calc and I don't care. Alright, rune home.
You noticed the ruins of a home that was burned down. There's no telling whether it was destroyed during the war, set alight out of spite, or simply burned down due to an unfortunate accident.
Look for valuables. Daughter, you're
You
right.
find nothing, and the house changes again.
Daughter, you left.
You find nothing, and the house changes again.
Daughter, you're right.
You find nothing, and the house changes again.
Daughter, you left. Hey, see? It works out in the end. I don't know if there's like a path I should be following in that or anything like that, and I will never realize. Like, given infinite time, I will always vary the way that I approach that event, and as a result, I will never realize if there's some way to specifically force a result. So if there is a way, cool. I'll be honest, I just mash A until I get a reward. Yeah. It seems like that kind of thing, you know? There's our Fae, though. Life Breather. You activate you 2 times and then snacktivate. Sorry, snacktivate you 2 times and then we sacrifice you. My apologies. Last activation. The ritual and then tainted. Just trying to set myself up. They activate at the end of the turn anyway as well, so let's get the Resurrected Fae out there and then Snackrifice you. Sorry, they snacktivate at the end of the turn. I'm gonna remember it eventually. Gain 100% damage next turn. Yeah, that's gonna make sense because I'm gonna pump Lich next turn. Paths are random if I recall correctly, as far as I know rather, but there may be a secret path that's good hidden amongst it. Yeah, that's my concern, right? That there will be something like that. Okay. 2 rituals would do it. 2 rituals would do it to it, so let's let them. Then we also get out the Resurrected Abomination first, so that it will die when I Enlichify. Good. Then I do want to steal damage from someone as well, just to amp up my units. Nice. That's a lot of damage I'm doing now. Let's send out an energy wave. And, honestly, just Hellraise. Yeah, it sets up lethals. Nine human livers already. Getting pretty close to that. Crack Stan with the reduction of armor of all enemies. I would not be surprised if I wanted to get like a polished Stan in a armor slot here for a increase of max health, because I intend to use my max health as a resource and then just heal back up. So more max health gives us more of that resource.
So, what did you learn today?
I learned that there's a certain knight in need of your help.
The Wanderer listens to your story and lights up.
You can count on me. I'll find this poor boy and do everything I can to help him out. And I already have an idea. You see, by breaking my friend out of that accursed brooch, you've made it possible for me to enter it. This, in turn, gives me an idea. You say the boy needs responsibility. Well, let's give him a responsibility. We'll make him into a guard of this damned brooch in no time. However, since I'll be busy with this, I need to ask you for a favor.
What do you need, bud?
I know there's a man somewhere out there, someone I was trying to train
Okay.
back in the day. I taught him a lot, yet it wasn't enough to keep him from throwing his gift away. He was a natural fighter. It's too bad he decided to fight the wrong people. They threw him into a cell and left him to rot. But I'm sure I saw someone who looked just like him on my travels. He's gone by many names over the years, but his real name is Coolin. He'd be surprised to hear if you find him before I do. Please let him know that I'm here, and that he's welcome to join me anytime.
Quest done. Or new quest, the Invisible Sun. I'm not certain. Not certain who's being referred to there. Treasure pile hid behind the Treasure Guardian. I really do want to try and take on the Treasure Guardian and just get that. There, is that an altar? No, that's a blood crystal. Okay, I can use that for a removal. We'll go here first then. Because this one should be quite simple. Definitely looks like it will be, with an animated Fey out on turn 1, which we get to Snackrifice and Snacktivate. Instantly drawing back into another resurrected Fey, which I can't Snackrifice this turn. So instead I'll just invest all of the rest of this into Snacktivating you. Let's see how this run unfolds, because your approach seems so entirely different to mine, but I think it's time to sleep for me. Good night, Sal. Catch you around. This will probably be like a week or two when this gets published on YouTube. That is to say, a week or two from now when it does that. 4 energy. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Resurrect Abomination. Wait, those are promotions, not activations. Activate a minion 2 times sacrifice. I may actually have to do that just to get the lichdom this turn. Unless I sacrifice each of these manually. That'd be 2 charges. That would be 2 charges, wouldn't it? Okay, I can even do it there. Right. Hey, Aku Tsunami. Good to see you. Okay, we have a giant amount of damage now. If we want it. Think we will as well. Let's dupe our Heartsteel. We also do want to give a reduction of armor out there. Is there anything else I do? Wave, new beginning, Hellraise. Hellraise is probably not too far from killing the enemy there. Yeah. There we go. I was about to say, Hellraise is 3 hits. I only count 2 so far. Then to end the turn, that should get the kill. Nice. Good lord. Valentor, thank you very much for the 10,000 bits. Holy crumbs. I'm attempting not to swear. Holy yikes, y'all. What? Not yikes in a negative context. Substitution words for wow. That's incredibly generous of you, Valentor. Thank you so much. Says, thanks for introducing this game to me. Having a blast for a week now. Personal best, 9th place with Pathfinder on the Heart Boss. Hell yeah. That's hard. It's hard to get on that leaderboard because the leaderboard, you can ball out of control in a bunch of different ways. You can build infinites in this deck. So, well, okay, not infinite infinites because they go to the grave. You can build valuable, deeply consistent turns. Not infinites. Let's be clear about that. Silly, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Felintor as well as to Axis Tsunami. Enjoy your moments in chat and welcome to the Republic, y'all. Jesus. Thank you so much, Felintor. Again, that is just absolutely incredibly generous of you. Deeply appreciated. I am going to use some portion of that to buy myself a treat after work, I think. Crack calc. That's our second copy thereof. Also 13th on Sentinel. I want to play Sentinel tomorrow. Sentinel conquered me a couple times, but I'm really happy for the Sentinel episodes. There's 4 Sentinel episodes set up for the YouTube save file, which you may have already seen if you're watching this on YouTube. And despite the fact that both of them are, like a sudden death because I made a mistake, I really like both of them. One is the run where we find the dog for the first time, and there's like a lot of good banter and stuff like that. I'm just really happy with them. I want to play the Sentinel again. I actually ended up like watching through a lot of the Sentinel footage as I was doing the editing for it.
These crystals were already here
I
when the first man
very
landed
seldom
on the
watch my
island.
own content.
You can still sense a glimpse of faint power in this place. A power that calls for your blood.
I should do it more. I made a plan to every month just watch like a little bit of each series that I was producing, just so I can kind of keep a bead on, the commentary, the audio, any of the visual aspects that are changing, if at all, or anything like that. We don't get the removal here. Wealth can purchase removal. Goods can be exchanged. Money can be exchanged for goods or services, and the services can be removal of cards from your deck. And it will be. Also, we actually get even more wealth than that, $299. Remember, we are getting our income modified. I think we just go straight. Sorry, just this chain of comments in chat. Name a better duo: Rhapsody and Deckbuilders. Oh wait, Rhapsody and Teak, Raps and Good Boy, Rhapsody and Teak period, and then Raps and a second smaller Raps. Don't talk to me or my mini-me ever again. This treasure guardian is the guardian of the treasure. I'm gonna try and see if Lichdom is enough to just get us through this fight. Resurrected Fate coming out on turn 1, certainly gonna help us there. And then we can Snackrifice you even if we want to. I probably do. All right, you're gonna be my Snackrificial lamb here. I'm not stopping. It's just funnier every time to me. That incoming damage sucks though. You should probably resurrect a golem about it. Yeah, I'm gonna resurrect a golem about it. I'm also gonna pop the flute on that first turn here. Silly thank you for giving a tier 1 sub to OO Sphinx. OO, enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome to the Republic. Alright. Can I get there? I might not actually be able to get into Lichdom this turn either. But that's okay. Let's get the A-bomb out on the field. Ethereal form passive. Each hit reduces armor. So you want to be sacrificed as quickly as possible. I get Death Mask on you. Sacrifice you. Drawing some cards. Okay. That's redirected. That's redirected. Okay. So I'll put a ritual out there as well, and then it only takes one sacrifice next turn. Let's get us all the way up here to our lichdom. Tainted Force. Reduce all enemies' armor by 50 until the end of combat. Yeah, that gets played. Yeah, that gets played. So I'll activate and kill you. And do I want a Death Mask out on the field as well? No, I think I got enough hits that are going to randomly happen after this. Lich time. Oh, wait a second. Tongue of Fire is just 7 hits for 42. So 7 by 40. That's lethal. Bye. I forgot about that. You only need to kill the Treasure Guardian. Guardian the treasure. Harvest. Sacrifice a minion to promote all other minions. You cannot promote minions that are already ethereal, though, so I don't think Harvest is what we want to go for. Cloud of Blood. Activate selected minions 0 times. 1 activation for every enemy currently in combat. That is a way to try and quickly get ourselves into a lichdom. I'm just saying. Animated Abomination. Summons an Abomination at level 5. Look, I have nothing against that, but Clouds of Blood, though? Clouds of Blood sounds like the way we want to go. Dense activation cards. Now, sure, that one's situationally dense, but it's still dense.
You found what was protect when you filled your pocket.
A new weapon slot for runestones. Finally. We'll actually have a second runestone. Personal combat, draw additional card, cost reduced by 1. Yeah, I mean, look, getting off the ground faster is pretty good. Honestly, like, I could actually go crack cow. That's my nickname, situationally dense. I fear we may have to share that nickname. A weapon slot can be 2 damage, exactly. Oh, wow, a weapon slot can be anything. It can even be 2 damage. Drawing additional cards on turn 1 and then having the Snackrifice to get 3 additional cards on turn 1. It feels like this is going to make it a lot easier for us to try and get into Lichdom on turn 1. It may be. Situationally dense. I used to perform under that stage name. It is not a bad stage name either. If anyone uses it, I don't require accreditation. I don't require royalties. How about it? Some sort of encampment over there. Maybe it's like a cursed healer or some such. Let's go to you first. There's boss up there. Yeah, I still want to fight all the enemies just for the experience, if nothing else. Ritual activates a minion. Clouds of Blood activates a minion 2 times. Animated Fae. Alright, so we summon the animated Fae. And then we... I can activate you 2 times to get back up to full HP if I really wanted to right now. But I'm not gonna. Snackrifice you. Okay. And then Snacktivate you. And then Snacktivate you 2 times. Okay. Wait a second. I'm gonna Snacktivate you 2 times and then Snackrifice you? And now we're a Lich? This isn't gonna do anything. To be clear, we just did a whole turn that doesn't actually do almost anything. Fun nonetheless, though. Let's reduct your armor a bunch. I'm just gonna go for the hit to all enemies as well. So he says, I'll drift off to sleep with my stream on my phone. Have a good one, everybody. Sleep well, Silly. Thank you very much for tuning in, for getting the subs as well. Much appreciated. This one turn 1 doesn't get additional energy from Ethereal Fae, though. That is a good point, well made, Felintor. Being able to set up for it more reliably to go off on turn 2 is actually probably what I should do instead, at least right now, while energy is a concern. Very good point, well made. Clouds of Blood, double activate you. Sorry, snacktivate you. I apologize, I keep speaking there. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly probably the way that we should go. Yeah, not over much the way I want to go, but it's the way I think I probably should. Let's have you permanently reducing your armor over the course of activations here, and then you probably die, right? Oh, you survived on 1? Gotta go do the workaround. See you all soon. Catch you around, Chase. Thank you for tuning in. Crack Stan. Wow. We really have an absolute... Like, come on. And then that's 2 crack calcs there. Come on, what is this? Do I want to do the one hit to all enemies? I think I maybe want to... No. The one hit to all enemies is a nice kind of finisher a little bit sometimes. Whatever, I think I'll slot that back in. It'll be based off of the runestone upgrades we get as to which we're going to put back in, I think, after that point. Confident Priestess. I don't need to heal before you, right?
As you approach, the priestess doesn't even look in your direction. She mumbles something you can't understand as she walks forward with her gaze fixed on the horizon.
Evidently not. I think... Did I fail her quest? Is that a thing? I told her to pursue her path. I may have failed her quest. Oops. It's a stark oops from me.